So, as you can see, now you can see Cobalt's name on there. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier. And he and Fatshuffler are on a Skype call, so they're just going to go ahead and flat out start whenever they decide to. And they're going to be the ones actually calling the countdown. So that is completely on them. So whenever they start, they start. But basically, we are going to Womb 2 all the way through it. Whoever kills Mom's Heart first wins. The one exception being that if you accidentally teleport into an I Am Error room on the Womb 2 and you bypass Mom's Heart, your new finishing point, just that one person, but that new finishing point becomes Shale. You have to kill the devil. Magic D250 kind of made that rule in the first race of the year. And actually wound up winning the race nonetheless, but it was kind of crazy on the spot figuring that one out. I'll say that much. And hey, Nunchucks, what's up, babe? And Tanner, what's up? All right, so as you can see, both characters are using. Awesome, go right ahead, Cobalt. Hopefully you can hear me. Anytime, go ahead. Anytime. Let me spell that out for them real quick, just so that I make sure that they know that I'm saying go ahead. But they are good to go anytime from the sounds of it, and Cobalt and Fatshuffler will be getting going momentarily here. By the way, I'm not going to do the countdown because I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I'm assuming you can't, so I typed that in chat, but you guys can go ahead and do a countdown on Skype. So feel free to go ahead and start that on your terms, because I don't know how much of a delay there would be between me and you guys. Yeah, slowest race ever. Awesome. Here we go, guys. Just about to get going. They are doing their countdown, and as you can see, I have a little bit of a delay on Fatshuffler's stream, but they are both moving. There we go. I was going to say, I know full well that they're both moving. So Fatshuffler is in a different country from me, and hence the delay from his stream to mine. CobaltStreak is in basically the next state over, so there's much less delay. So you can see basically just by that, they probably started at the exact same second, being that they're on a Skype call. They can't use the D6 because it would just it would randomize it almost a little bit too much more than it already is. We're kind of going with just whatever they see. For example, X-ray vision is not one of the banned items. There are a few that can be re-rolled. Ooh, very nice. So on the note of Fatshuffler getting his X-ray vision, he saw right into his secret room and immediately found a unicorn horn to replace his D6. Also replacing his D6 is CobaltStreak, I almost said Cobalt Sky, taking Crack the Sky to replace his D6. On the note of the D6, both of the racers have given it up on this run. But there are outlawed items. There's 5 that can be re-rolled. Only those 5 can be re-rolled, though. So it basically is kind of if you want to hold on to it, you can, but good luck finding one of those, 5 out of 199 items. So there's very few things outlawed here, but they can be re-rolled if you still have your D6 and come across them. So on that note, we have CobaltStreak on his first boss, which is a variant of Pin. Fatshuffler finding his super secret room to be nothing but hearts, which he has no use for at the moment. So he'll be moving on to his boss fight. Will he use his bomb for any of the money? No, he will not. He'll move it right on past. Interesting. Alright, CobaltStreak with some health up will be the first down to... Never mind, I take that back completely. I was going to say he'll be the first down to Basement 2, but instead, oof. Pays the price for an Anarchist cookbook that I don't think he's going to want to take. Oh, wow. He actually reset. Wow. That's an interesting theory right here. Alright, interesting moves by CobaltStreak. So that brings up another interesting rule. You can reset whenever you want to. Real quick, Fatshuffler picked up Loki's horns from the looks of it. Excuse me, sorry about that. Anyways, you can reset whenever you want to. So if you're not thinking that you're getting really good items, and CobaltStreak finished an entire floor there, and then reset. So that should tell you everything. It's really all about the items and races, and CobaltStreak wasn't happy with what he found and proceeded to reset. That is perfectly legal. It's the same as eating a death, so if anybody really wanted to reset, they could just die in whatever room they're in. So we just kind of said forget it, and you know what, you can just reset whenever you want to. It's been utilized very few times and definitely not that late in a run before. So that's a new one. Pentagram, I'm sorry. What did I said Loki's horns. I'm sorry, he picked up the pentagram. I'm so sorry. I meant that too. That's the worst part. We had Loki's horns in the other run. Very nice pickup for some speed up for CobaltStreak, let alone a Soul Heart, so he'll move on to Caves 2. Or basement 2, I should say. Sorry. Again, gonna be one of those nights, folks. So he is flying right along here. So as you can see, that didn't really put him that far behind. He's quite a few rooms behind Fatshuffler at this point, but that's definitely not going to put him out of the running for this. Yum hard for Fatshuffler, and he's going to pass on it. I don't blame him having the unicorn horn. I would take that in a heartbeat over the yum hard. Unless I already had the habit, at which point you'd be invincible until you hit the womb. Unless you found the wafer, then it's game over. So again, it's a toss-up. That's a beautiful thing about this game. You could take either of those. It's a matter of finding the habit, though. So maybe if Fatshuffler finds the habit somehow on this floor, which I don't see a way that he could, but if he somehow found it, he'd probably go back and take the yum heart. Those spiders doing cheap damage to CobaltStreak. By the way, Fatshuffler used a card, so he has the Horror Babylon activated at the moment, and is absolutely ripping through his boss, which he just finished. Gets some health up for his troubles, and moves right on to the caves. So the first one of the caves is Fatshuffler, with a slight lead at the moment. CobaltStreak knows where his boss fight is on the previous floor to Fatshuffler, but has not found his item room yet. So again, let's see if some strategy comes into play. Having the keys, he's going to go for his item room, though, and finds it instantly. Ooh, Fatshuffler finding a gold key on an XL floor. That will be very handy. He now has infinite keys for this floor. And speaking of pickups, CobaltStreak with little chat in an item room. So he'll be getting red heart spawns every couple of rooms. No money to buy the treasure map that CobaltStreak finds in his shop. Oh, wow, Otaku. Yeah, that slight overkill. Just slight overkill. Yeah. I believe I said get carried, too, for that matter. Anyways, CobaltStreak moving on to his boss fight and ripping it to shreds with the unicorn horn. Ooh. Pageant Boy, a.k.a. Diana's Crown, for more money for CobaltStreak and a Devil Deal. Ooh. He will not take either of those. Not the greatest Devil Deal. I definitely don't see those being worth the price asked for him, so he'll move on from those. Where is he going to go here? Apparently he backtracked looking for something, and I can't figure out what it was, but CobaltStreak moves on to Caves 1. Technically on the same floor as Fatshuffler now, so he's already come back from resetting. Oh yeah, that was the same one then, Otaku. Yeah, I came in at the end of that. That was definitely the same run. Alright, Fatshuffler knows where his boss fights are on his XL floor, has not found either of his item rooms yet though, so he'll be walking around looking for those. So, for those that don't know, XL floors jam together both, in Fatshuffler's case, the Caves 1 and the Caves 2. Wow, terrible pattern on those shots. So it crams both of your floors together, so you won't have two stores, you will not have two secret rooms or super secret rooms. But you will have two item rooms and two bosses on those floors, and they're about the size of both combined. So it can be a help, but it can also be a hindrance sometimes. It really depends on having things like the treasure map, the compass, or just a really good sense of luck and direction. Oh yeah, he wants to buy the map. For those that don't know, there is a treasure map out there. It's pretty much gonna, I don't know. With the money out there, it could be feasible, but well, we're getting closer. Also, if you just saw that, Fatshuffler has a flat penny. Every time he picks up coins, he has a chance that that will spawn keys for him as well, which you just saw happen. The umbilical cord on CobaltStreak's screen on the left is every time it gets down to half a heart in a room, it will actually spawn a random follower for him. So, it's helpful, but not the greatest. Speaking of helpful, though, Technology 1 for CobaltStreak. Very, very nice find. By the way, CobaltStreak is quite deadly with these items. If you haven't seen him, yeah, he'll show you a few ways to use this. Very nice find. So, on the note of nice finds also, Fatshuffler, with his golden keys, can get into both of his item rooms right now. And we'll be doing so. Oof. Not nice finds, however. He finds Lemon, I'm sorry, yeah, it was Lemon Mishap, and Shoop to Whoop, both of which he's gonna pass on. He will not even open his store. Interesting. He has the keys, but is not even going to take his store opening. He's just going to go straight for his boss. Mostly because CobaltStreak just annihilated his. Ooh, gets Tears Up and another Devil Deal. Oh, with the Pact in there, and he's definitely going to take that for some damage up. Without question, he'll take that. So the hearts he spent got replaced by Soul Hearts, which Cobalt will be just fine with having. Especially for the trade for damage up. Very fair trade. Nice find. And Fatshuffler onto his boss, which will be, oof, Gertie. Go figure. It's always Gertie. So now the question again becomes, will CobaltStreak, knowing where his boss room is, yep, go straight for his boss or go back for his items? His items are, well, they're not that far away, but they're not exactly a hop, skip, and a jump either. So right now, I'd put these two almost neck and neck. Fatshuffler's slightly behind, depending on what CobaltStreak chooses to do. He'll take a cube of meat, and he will go for his item room. So this will pretty much even it back out, depending on how long it takes for him to get there. Hey, Deli. How you doing? And what's up, Rap? And again, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys so much again for coming out and supporting this. This is week 2, and it is already far beyond my expectations of how many folks have been coming out for these. So thank you guys so much, seriously. Hopefully it only grows from here, but I can't thank you guys enough. Ooh, very nice find. Health up for Fatshuffler. Excuse me. And he'll also fight Pestilence, so he'll wind up with a cube of meat as well. Oof. That bomb got shot in a terrible direction. Yeah, here's why I hate this version of Pestilence, with the random 7 to 8 shots. Again, CobaltStreak gonna take the item in the Bloody Challenge Room for his health up. I, again, do not blame him, because he is ripping through these mini-bosses. So CobaltStreak replacing one of the hearts that he just spent. Very nice find once again for him, and he'll be moving on. And he'll be working his way over towards his item room, I would guess. Unless maybe he's happy with the health up. We'll see if he goes left. Nope, he's going to be happy with the health up. He's going to move on. Wow. All right, strategery, folks. And yes, I know I said that wrong. Speaking of strategery, we have a Devil Deal for Fatshuffler. And it's Krampus with 2 hearts. Why is it always Krampus when you have low health? So that will put him slightly further behind CobaltStreak, who is on Necropolis 1 right now, which is Depths 1 for anyone that doesn't know. It's just the quote-unquote tougher version of it. Hey, Noosh. How you doing tonight? And again, hope everyone's doing well for that matter. Oh, that's why I was saying it. Why does it always have to be Krampus when you have low health? Down goes Fatshuffler to Krampus. Ouch. So the first death of this round, that was a painful one. Krampus always gets me sometimes, especially when I have low health. It always makes me worry a little bit more, and then I don't react quick enough to his brimstones. Always have. Yeah, he got cramped. But tish. Yeah, that was a painful one. That happens sometimes, though. That's one of the beauties and also things that I hate about this game, is some of the cheap deaths you'll take. You have to laugh them off, though. That's what you have to do in this game. Ooh, nice Devil card find for CobaltStreak, who's working his way very quickly towards his boss room. So again, the question becomes, so here we go. Fatshuffler can re-roll Ipecac because he has the charge, and he just, great find. Great reroll right there for Fatshuffler, so he gets the Sad Onion. So he will double up his tier rate, basically. That is exactly what can happen, by the way. So here comes, that was actually, I think, the first banned item that we've been able to re-roll here. I believe that's the first. So it only took 2 weeks. Alright, here we go. CobaltStreak's going to show you how to take out the Mask of Infamy if you have something like the Unicorn Horn. Watch how quickly you can take out the mask with something like this. Anywho, back to my point. That was the first banned item that we've had re-rolled by the D6. And yes, we're racing 2 Mom's Heart. Oh, but I forgot that CobaltStreak also has technology, which goes right through the mask, so his space use item doesn't even matter. I completely forgot. And Fatshuffler with the cube of meat will move on to his basement too. Ooh, no keys. However, CobaltStreak just found one of every single item. Ooh, and a Joker card, which he actually doesn't need because he has a Devil Deal spawned. Ooh, he did do it. Wow, CobaltStreak has become the blue, well, technically speaking, become the blue baby to take the mark for even more damage up. Look at his lasers now. Very nice find. There was Ipecac for Fatshuffler, so he re-rolled it and it turned into the Sad Onion. First one that we've had. So with his key, Fatshuffler goes back to his item room and finds the poop. I think that's fair trade-off for the last item. I think that's basically a fair trade-off for what happened last time. So CobaltStreak, for those that didn't notice that, because he had enough soul hearts, was able to buy the mark in the Devil Deal room without dying. So he is now, technically speaking, the blue baby. Red hearts do him no good. He's looking for soul hearts like he just found in that item rock. Until he finds a health up or something, which he can still get, which will give him a red heart. He can do nothing with red hearts. So it's a slight risk that he's taken, but for the damage up that he got, he's going to be doing just fine in my opinion. Ooh, very nice find for Fatshuffler, getting some rotten meat for health up. Always nice to find those in locked chests. Why is it banned? Because it basically gives you infinite bombs, which means that you can just walk up to a door, hit it with your normal tiers, and walk through, not ever killing an enemy. So all you'd have to do is kill bosses, which would take about 3 hits apiece. So it's just way too overpowered of an item for a race. So we outlawed that. Pretty much the same thing with the shovel. It would skip entire floors, so you'd be way further ahead than you should be, way too quickly. But for those that don't know, excuse me, sorry. For those that don't know, we took a vote of everybody racing in the league, and every one of these was actually unanimous. So we had no arguments on any of the outlawed items, and they actually kept some things as far as Brimstone, Blue Candle, Mom's Knife. Those are all legal items. Okay, that's the game trolling Cobalt right now. Cobalt just picked up Vampire Heals, which will give you red heart heals every couple of kills. Yeah, he can't use red hearts. So I think the game just trolled him slightly. Just slightly. And here's the good news about the Polaroid there, Jelly. He'll actually get it after the mom fight on Necropolis 2, or Depths 2, as the case might be. So he will actually get that shortly here. As you can see, CobaltStreak does not take pills on floors unless there are 2 of the same one. So he passed right on by those. He'll take a item chest. Ooh. Traded 2 keys for a bomb. We'll see if he's happy about that. Probably doesn't mind. It's every 13 monster kills. Thank you. Forgot the number. Can never remember numbers. Like, specifics like that, I never remember. It's so hard on some of these. Especially with, what, 100 or over 200 items at this point? It gets ridiculous, especially with all the cards and everything, too. I'll screw up numbers left and right in this game. I get the general gist across. I organize them all, too, pretty much, so... And by the way, very nice pickup for CobaltStreak there. Hurrah! But yeah, I organized the entire league, basically sent out invites for the league, and kind of set up, like, you know, the whole, like, rule set, if you will, and, you know, then voted on it with everybody just to make sure that it was what they wanted. But basically just set it up so that we could all have a bunch of fun. So, technically speaking, commissioner/broadcaster, I guess, would be the right way to call that. I don't even know. It feels weird to call myself the commissioner, but I guess technically speaking, I am. Indeed, thank you guys very much. Those of you that know information like that, if you hear questions asked or if you hear me say something wrong, feel free to correct me. By the way, I will never take offense to that, because like I said, I'm going to screw a lot of things up. So from time to time, you'll hear me even ask you guys. So feel free. Commission tater. Commission taters. What? Ooh, Parasite for Fatshuffler. I love this item. So as you notice, his shots split when they hit anything now. I love that item. He'll probably pass on Blood Rights, though. Yes, he will. Hey, JC, how you doing? And yeah, we're going to Mom's Heart. So right now, CobaltStreak very much so in the lead. I almost called him Marana again. Fatshuffler ate a death a little bit ago, so he had to restart. So CobaltStreak is very much in the lead right now. Also just doubled up his money with that 2 of diamonds and found a gold key, so if he finds any more locked chests, he'll definitely be able to open them on this floor, because he has infinite keys for this floor. But he is quickly working towards his boss, which will be the first of 2 mom fights. By the way, we're doing a best of 3, goes all the way through the Womb 2, which is the Mom's Heart fight. So don't count anybody out just because it looks like CobaltStreak is way ahead here. Doesn't even count Fatshuffler out for this particular race. But it's a best of 3, so you have to win 2 to be able to actually win the night. And CobaltStreak will be fighting his mom here, which, well, that sounded terrible, but you get the idea. Nonetheless, tearing through the original version of Mom. He's never really had much of an issue from what I can tell with any version, but this one is one of the easier, especially with the technology shots that he's got. And I forgot about the unicorn horn that he's also using. So Fatshuffler taking out Gertie pretty quickly. As you can see, shot split with the parasite, so anything that spawns is basically getting almost insta-killed by Fatshuffler. And here comes the very nice find. Anytime now that CobaltStreak gets hit... Oh, now you'll see him use pills. Ew. He'll actually take that one, though. Alright, anyway, so he picked up the Polaroid, which now anytime he gets hit, as you saw, actually spawns a damage shield on you. So he gets 5 seconds of invincibility if he ever gets hit. However, he just took a full heart of damage for taking a bad trip pill. So, trade-offs? Again, that's the beautiful thing about this game. Hey, Rai, how you doing? Ugh, I hate these devil eyes that CobaltStreak's fighting. If it's only one, it isn't bad, but when they put 3 in a room, I'm getting hit. It's a guarantee. So Fatshuffler tearing through his green version of Peep here. For those that don't know, that is a variant that came in with the Wrath of the Lamb. All bosses got variants, including Mom. Not Mom's Heart, but Mom did. Ooh, very nice. So the pills for Fatshuffler, we'll definitely take these. Wow, bad trips abound tonight. What's up with this? Ouch. Speed down and range up for Fatshuffler, so he'll take a bad trip pill with him, because that will turn into full health. Now notice he picked up the Eternal Heart, which just became a red heart container. If he gets down to 1 red heart, though, the pill in Fatshuffler's hand becomes a full health pill. So that's why he took that. Ooh. CobaltStreak down to 1 heart. Got invincibility at the moment, but he is cutting it close. That is 1 hit and he is done. Ooh. Now he gets an actual red heart health up. Very nice. Too bad he can't buy anything in this devil deal. And he'll be moving on to Womb 2, so this will be the last floor that CobaltStreak needs to take out. Don't forget, though, he is very, very low on health. Thankfully, he does have a red heart at this point, though. Bacon heart. I don't ever mind the split shots, quite honestly. I've yet to find a problem with them. I'm sure I will at some point now that I've said that, but I've yet to find a problem with these. I actually enjoy this. No, that's true. He could have taken the dead cat. That's a very good point. He actually would have been allowed to take that. I can see why he didn't, but he would have been allowed to. Ah, that's true. You would have to pay for it. It was 2 hearts, wasn't it? I thought it was 1. Never mind, you're right. It was 2 hearts. Ooh, very nice. So, CobaltStreak can now actually hold his second trinket if he happens across one with that Mom's purse that he just picked up. Very nice find. It's too bad he didn't find that on the last floor. He'd still have his other trinket right now. Ooh, back down to 1 heart here. So CobaltStreak no longer technically the blue baby, but is back down to 1 heart, so this is getting somewhat sketchy. Ooh boy. Oh, good timing on that strength card in the room before. So what that did for CobaltStreak was it actually gave him all stats up, just for this room. Wow. So, wow. Could not have gotten luckier on that, because he would have been cornered and dead there had he not used the card when he did. That was really on his feet thinking there. That was a great move by CobaltStreak. Phenomenal job. I gotta say, I thought he was done there, and then I noticed that he had just picked up the strength card. I didn't know that he had switched it out. Yeah, that's the other problem. You'll respawn with 0 hearts, just like was said in there. So, yep, as you guys can see in chat, there's a few stipulations to a few items with how you respawn. So it gets a little screwy. Sometimes, Otaku, you can also respawn with 0, though. It depends on how you actually obtain it. You can actually respawn with 0, and then when you get hit, you're just dead. I didn't notice that. Was that 10 bombs for Fatshuffler? He picked up a bomb item, but I didn't even have a clue what it was. Yeah, Streak's looking for a gambling solution. He's looking for any solution at the moment to his problems. Mind you, I don't know how worried he is necessarily, but with 1 heart, it's still sketchy. Even going into the... So he's found his mom's heart fight. He knew where it was, but he's at his mom's heart fight. Wow, that timing on his space use again. Woo-hoo-hoo. That got a little close there, Cobalt. You're making me sweat, bro. You are making me sweat. But here we go. CobaltStreak's going to go for his mom's heart fight. Remember, if he gets hit, he has to restart completely. So there's his Empress card, so we'll have damage up. Very nice usage. So he's doing immense damage here. Fatshuffler's made a great comeback, too, so he's already on his Depths 1 boss and tearing through it, mind you. But if CobaltStreak does not get hit during this fight, he'll have taken the first of a best of 3. But we'll see. This is not over yet by any means, folks. I've seen this game cheap me to death. I can't tell you how many times. So you never know. I've got plenty of faith in Cobalt, but you never know. And speaking of that, though, unless he gets really cheap by one of these shots, there you have it. CobaltStreak has taken the first of a best of 3 here by beating Mom's heart. So great job by CobaltStreak. That was a phenomenal build you had going there. Let me update this. Hey, look at that. Winning. 1. CobaltStreak leads 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, we are doing a best of 3, so if CobaltStreak wins the next one, both racers are resetting right now. There you go. Very nice sportsmanship by Fatshuffler there, giving him the very nice round of applause. I will do the same. Great job, Cobalt. Everybody should do the same there. Let me give you the game fetch link real quick, just in case you guys are not in both of their chats. I can imagine, dude. That was a little sketchy there, Cobalt. That got a little sketchy at the end. I gotta say, that was a great job, though, dude. I had faith in you the whole time, but that was still sketchy. Nonetheless, go to that game fetch link, and you can actually go to both of their chats, tell them great job real quick. Give me a really quick 30 seconds, guys, while they reset and get everything going again for the next round. And we'll be right back. Yeah, longest clap ever. Nonetheless, I'm going to run one really quick ad. I will be right back with you guys. Thank you so much for the support. We will get the second... Wow, nice jump, Cat. You completely face-planted the couch. I really wish I had the camera on for that, because that was the dumbest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Wow. My couch is a foot off the ground. Uh-oh. I know what's coming on Fatshuffler. Go to Fatshuffler's channel while I run this ad, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, I suppose I could have noticed that we're clear of the ad. I didn't even pay attention. So anyways, God, I love these. The GIFs on Cobalts are great. And by the way, those that don't know, that is Fatshuffler shuffling. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's shuffling. Oh, yeah. Why don't I use ad block? Gee, I don't know. Probably because I'm a partner and that's how I make my living. And so does Cobalt. So do many other partners. So, yeah, pretty much why. I have no reason to give a crap about a 30-second ad. Let's recap. I just ran one. So why would I block anyone's? You know what I mean? That'd be a pretty dick move on my part. Hey, Ori. How you doing? So, anyways, as the shuffling commences here... I'll go over what's going on again here. So we're doing a best of 3. I love that smiley face. I don't know why. Is he a ferret? We nicknamed him Rosie. Anyways, let me recap what's going on here. We got a best of 3 going to the Womb Tomb. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, CobaltStreak won the first match, so he is up 1-0 right now in a best of 3. So if he wins this next matchup here against Fatshuffler, then he'll have taken the knight 2-0. If Fatshuffler wins, he'll have forced game 3 of, what am I trying to say? Kind of like a sudden death, if you will. So basically, that's how this is going to work. So there might be one more, there might be 2 more coming up here. Right after this, by the way, there is also another complete matchup, best of 3 coming up, which is Eddie Ruckus versus Magic D250. So there's still a lot more racing coming up tonight. So keep that in mind. Anyways, we're going to Mom's Heart. Basically, first one to take that out wins. If whoever it is, let's say Fatshuffler wins the next one, they'll reset again like they just did this time, start over, and, you know, begin from scratch. Oh, it's a long song. It gives me time to explain this anyways. Yeah, he's listening to Party Rock, and here we go. This is what we were all waiting for, ladies and gents. Yeah. There you go. Nonetheless, so we're going to Womb 2, all the way through Mom's Heart, like I said. First one there wins. There's a couple of outlawed items. Let me give you the list. They are... Let's see if I can do this without actually reading it while I'm typing it. The Bible, Epic Fetus, Dr. Fetus, Ipecac, and... Oh, crap, I misspelled that. I forgot the S. Anyways, let me try that again. Outlawed items. There we go. There we go. Bible, Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, the Shovel, and Ipecac are all outlawed. If, however, the racers have their D6 with them at the time, they are allowed to reroll just those items. You'll notice that both racers are using Isaac and have their D6 available. So it's kind of a, do you want to keep it, do you want to get rid of it for a different space use item kind of toss-up. Like I said, it's off limits for anything except for those outlawed items. So these two are on a Skype call, by the way. They are allowed to start whenever they want. So basically, they're going to do their countdown. They're going to start whenever they feel like it. And we're going to be racing to Womb 2. Epic Fetus and Dr. Fetus are outlawed because just like Ipecac, you would have infinite bombs. So one of the tricks to this game, for anyone that doesn't know, you can bomb out of almost any room that you're in if you don't like it. So for races, let's say that you have the treasure map and the compass. You know where all your rooms are. And you start off in basement 2. You can just bomb straight through all the doors and get straight to your item room, bomb straight through all the doors again, run straight to your boss, move on to the next floor. So it'd be way too overpowered. Stuff like that, just, it's kind of unfair. Let me also explain real quick. They are starting. You'll notice CobaltStreak has a slight advantage, if you will. That's because even though they are on a Skype call, they started at the exact same time. However, Fatshuffler is streaming from a different country, so he's in the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. I keep forgetting exactly where, and I'm sorry. Ooh, homing bombs for CobaltStreak. Nice first item. So he gets 5 bombs, and they will actually seek out enemies. Nonetheless, so there is a slight delay on the actual stream through Twitch for me. I'm recapturing both of their streams. So again, apologies for that. It's going to look slightly off. That's why, thankfully, they're on Skype. If they have a real close match, we can actually ask them, like, you know, one can say, hey, I'm done, and then, you know, we'll obviously be able to take their words for it. So I trust everybody in these races, so nobody's going to cheat by a second or something. It's all on camera, you know what I mean? So we're all good. Stuff like that can be hammered out later, but I'm going to have a slight delay, so just so everyone knows. Pyro is allowed. Pyro is absolutely allowed. Minoko, how you doing? Oh, that's a good idea, actually, Thorol. I'll actually add that next week. I like that idea. Thorol's idea was to add a timer in there, too. I'll actually add that. I really dig that idea, dude. I'm actually going to throw that in there, if you don't mind. I'm totally going to do that. Let me give you the band list real quick here, bro. It is... basically, D6 is outlawed, except for use on these items coming up. If Takabak listens to me, did I spell it right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we broke it. Anyways, damn it. Why do we keep breaking a Takubot in the middle of races? There it is. The Bible, Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, the Shovel, and Ipecac are all outlawed. They can be rerolled with the D6. Only those items can be rerolled. So anyways, CobaltStreak with a phenomenal looking health build at the moment is on basement 2, just a room or 2 ahead of Fatshuffler, who just moved on to basement 2 himself, also working with a pretty decent health build with his extra soul heart. He does have an advantage with the extra money at the moment, so if he finds a store and an extra key, that may be worthwhile. He's hoping... Oh, I was going to say, Fatshuffler's hoping for a key right now. Ooh. Will he take the lard? He'll make him huge and slow. Yes, he will. But it will give him health up, like I was about to say. Really, it must just be my chat's delayed then, apparently. I wouldn't doubt it. Don't misunderstand. I'm doing a lot of stuff on the internet, so... Ooh, very nice. Fatshuffler did a real nice trick there and made Pin actually bomb himself. Great job there. Ooh, very nice find. Mom's eye for CobaltStreak. So his tears are up and he'll shoot out the back of his head. Because, you know, moms have eyes in the back of their head, folks. Did you just call her nun, troll? I think she meant hun. Just saying. Hey, Mega. And Mega Llamas, I love your name, man. Nonetheless, thank you, man. And they are indeed, like, I'm loving these races. I'm having so much fun doing this right now. We have so many more races to go. I'm so excited. Ah, I didn't see that. Didn't see nunchucks in there. Sorry, your name blended in. I see you now. I see you now. I'm an idiot. So Fatshuffler, with a key now, will backtrack to his item room. Also knows where his boss is, so he's getting some real nice map layouts. Oh my. Get carried, sir. The odd mushroom. Watch Fatshuffler's fire rate now. Look at how many tiers he fires at by comparison to CobaltStreak. Very nice find. So he'll be moving on to his... Ooh, Hockey Puck Gertie. Yep. Here comes the usage of Mom's pad for Fatshuffler. Very nice finds. Very, very nice finds for Fatshuffler. Who also is using a really, really good pattern with Hockey Puck Gertie. Watch how Fatshuffler does this. He had to dodge that time, so don't quote me on that last one. You stay in a perfect line, straight up and down with Gertie, and then you just move off to the side when Gertie Jr. starts moving. And literally, like, if you do this correctly, it will time where she won't move after you. That was close. We're getting sketchy on Shuffler's run. He's down to a heart. Wow, this is getting sketchy. Oh, half a heart. He needs to clear out... Yeah, I was going to say he needs to clear out those extras. There you go. Wow. Fatshuffler can breathe. Yeah, he's breathing again. He's breathing deep. That is that sigh of relief right there. Wow, nice find. So more tears up, so he's going to shoot faster and gave himself extra soul hearts and heals. Woo! Taku. That was sketchy, but wow, did Fatshuffler pull that one out. My goodness, that was clutch. Exactly, Jay. Exactly. Clutch. Ooh, or a Babylon for CobaltStreak. Interesting. So his curse goes up, so if I'm not mistaken, he's got more chance to find devil rooms. What that does is, just like on Eve, if you get down to half a heart, he's going to turn into the Horror Babylon, max out his damage, and grow immensely in size. So it's kind of a hit-and-miss thing, but if he lines up with a bunch of soul hearts to protect him, he can drop down to half a heart and activate that. Does it max out your tier rate? That could be too. That would not shock me in the slightest bit. I know it has some other different reactions depending on, like, if you have cancer already and if you've already maxed it out or something. It will change. If you are maxed out, it will still actually increase them. So I know that much. Ooh, very nice. Roid Rage for, with that speed and range up, by the way, for Fatshuffler. There's his stats. You can see real fast there. It does max. Okay, cool. Do all the admins have pro accounts? No, they just have that admin tag on it. Yeah, exactly. Most do. I wouldn't say all do, though. I think I can name one that doesn't off the top of my head. There you go. Yep. The Cancer Trinket will double your tier rate, even above max. So if you're maxed out already and you pick it up, you're going to double maxed out tier rate. So your tiers are just like Uzi shots. Like, it's insane how fast they happen. Ooh, possible 1 penny Scatolic? Oh, wow. Nice finds for Fatshuffler again. Wow. We'll see how long he spends gambling here, but nice find for Fatshuffler there. So now all flies will be Fatshuffler's friend. They will never attack him again. So that is a huge help. Taku. Oh, wait. Never mind. I love the reaction. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, 1 coin gambled to get, like, the ultimate item off of the 3-card Monty guy. You definitely can't argue those odds, especially when you win. So that's even lower odds by those standards. So anyways, real quick update. Fatshuffler is on Caves 2, already has his item room. Ooh, very nice find here. So CobaltStreak just finished off his boss on the floor previous. Ooh, and just found a god room with a miter in it. So he'll be moving on to... Yes, he will. He'll be moving on to Caves 2, so they're both on the same floor, even though it doesn't show the same. Catacombs 2 is also the Caves 2. CobaltStreak is a few rooms behind at this point, though, just because Fatshuffler already knows where his item room is and is just looking for his boss fight. This is very, very close, though. This is literally like 1 or 2 rooms difference. Nope, Sacred Heart is perfectly legal. I think everything you can get in the God rooms, except for the Bible, is legal. The Bible, let's see. Excuse me. The Bible, Epic Fetus, Dr. Fetus, the Shovel, and Ipecac are all banned. But if you happen to still have your D6, like CobaltStreak on the left does, if you still have that and you have a charge, you're allowed to re-roll them. If it turns into another outlawed item, you have to... Wow, dual greed fights going on. I'm not saying it was greed, but holy crap, greedception. Anyways, if you happen to cross those items, you re-roll it and it turns into another outlawed item, you can go build your charge back up on your D6 and re-roll it again as many times as you want. But you're never allowed to pick up an outlawed item. You're also never allowed to re-roll anything except for those outlawed items. They're banned because some of them are just way too overpowered for races. Just way too overpowered. The Shovel, for example, you'd skip entire floors. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, and Ipecac, you'd have unlimited bombs and could just skip rooms completely. So they'd be slightly game-changing. Not even slightly game-changing, they'd be immensely game-changing. So we outlawed all those just for the sake of making it more about skill than sheer dumb luck, let's say. Oh, there we go. Fatshuffler finds his boss fight finally on Caves 2. So we're definitely putting him in the lead at the moment because CobaltStreak has found neither his boss room or his item room yet. Pyro's perfectly legal. For us, that's just like picking up 99 bombs. Like, that's the way we decided. Like, we actually voted on all these. Pyro's perfectly fine. Things like Mom's Knife, Brimstone, all voted in because they still require skill to actually use. The unlimited bombs, the only time we've seen people skipping rooms is really like if they get trapped in like dead-end corners. It hasn't been anybody just skipping through to see if they can find their Mom's Heart fight quick. So everybody's been pretty, legit about that, basically. There is no anything saying that you can't. So they can if they want to, but nobody's actually done that yet. So it's all been pretty, like fair and square racing. We're here to have fun, so... It's not all about, like, I have to go 17-0, like anything like that. We're not Bill Belichick, is basically what I'm saying. By the way, any Patriots fans? Yeah, you ran up the score. Slightly. You're dicks. I don't like Belichick. Anyways, that's NFL for anyone that doesn't know. That's American football. Anyways, yeah, Bill Belichick. Anyways, Fatshuffler moves on to Depths 1. So again, he's in the lead right now. CobaltStreak, I think, is going to find his item room and his boss room connected to each other here. At least pretty soon. Or he's going to have them on one side or the other. So he's pretty close to both at the moment. He's got to be. This floor can't be that much bigger. Oh, okay, touche. The 58-0 drubbing of Seattle to, I forgot who they played. But yeah, that one wasn't exactly legit either. So, whatever. That's Pete Carroll. What do you expect? Patriots. See, I'm also a Bears fan, so I've got 1985 to hold over their heads. Anyways, back to the races. I'll stop talking about football now. Sorry. I'm evil. What can I say? So, CobaltStreak's going to pass up on his, well, at least for now, I should say, on his arcade. There's no guarantee he won't go back for it. Very nice find. So, Fatshuffler's going to replace his mom's pad, pick up a few extra bombs for also having a remote detonator, so he can choose when his bombs explode now. So, and also very, very, very nice for bosses, because you can drop as many bombs as you have and explode them all at the same time. And like I said about CobaltStreak finding his boss room and item room attached. Oh, wow. So, wow. Is he actually going to... He is. Wow, he's gonna take that with him instead. Okay, wow, that I didn't think we'd ever see somebody actually take the poop with them, but CobaltStreak would be the first. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody took the poop. It actually happened. See, something new every day, folks. You'd never think it would happen, but there you go. Yeah, it's that OP poop. It's better than the D6, which is usable on 5 out of about 200 items. So I don't blame him, because at least you're going to have a chance to come up with items coming out of that, as opposed to nothing. So, I mean, it's still better than his D6. It was just, you know, we've never had timing like that before on when it showed up. It's the crappiest item in the game. I love it. This is why you gotta love this game. You can make poop jokes all over the place. So CobaltStreak doing a great job of, well, as I say, that takes damage, twice, mind you, but was doing a great job of avoiding Peep and these annoying freaking eyes that I cannot stand in the slightest bit. Mostly because of the other attack that you see Peep using where he she, I guess, spreads urine across the ground. One of my least favorite attacks, because I will walk into that like an idiot most days. Alright, so what you're noticing here, CobaltStreak's utilizing the fact that he has 1 red heart available at the moment. He's going to go back to his blood challenge room for a free item. Not a free item, he has to go through too many bosses, but if it's good, he'll take it. He'll be taking that. That's Tears Up and 2 soul hearts, so he will definitely take that. Ooh, death card for Fatshuffler, and a boss fight right off the bat here. Excuse me, so he'll be fighting War, moving away from these random bombs. I hate that part of this fight. While CobaltStreak takes out the 2 mini-bosses, like I said, he should have Larry Jr. spawning after he takes out Monstro here. Or 3, I'm sorry, Larry Jr. spawning. There are little mini versions of him, but there's 3. Very nice dodge by Fatshuffler. You almost want to stand, like, right in line with War. Ooh, bad timing on the bomb. Good thing that Fatshuffler, as you can see, there you go, with his remote detonator, can just wait. That's why I love that item for this boss. Almost any boss that chases you, the remote detonator is an absolute godsend. Nice, Utility. And another piece of cube of meat, I should say, for Fatshuffler, who will move down to Depths 2, so he is well ahead at this point. Basically, almost, well over an entire floor at this point, ahead of CobaltStreak, who's going to be rushing to catch up now. I actually like the blue Larry Juniors, because you know that you're going to wind up getting a, what am I trying to say? You know that you're going to wind up getting a Soul Heart at the end of the fight. Couldn't think of the word. So the other thing you just noticed CobaltStreak do there, this is why I was wondering why he was passing up his arcade. He wanted to get a few more. Ooh, he's considering it. Wow, he's going to pass it. Interesting. Anyways, what I would have done there, mind you, would have taken more time, and he is behind. But what I would have done in CobaltStreak's situation is taken that other health up, then gone to the heart machine in the arcade, so he'd still have an extra red heart just in case he wanted it. But what he did was he injured himself to get down to Horror Babylon health. So his red hearts are just low enough where that'll activate, and he's at full damage now. So a great move on his part. See you, Ruff. Have yourself a good one. Oh, excuse me. So right now, basically, CobaltStreak's run is built off of having Soul Heart spawn for him, which with the Miter is going to happen a lot more. The Miter is a higher chance of Soul Heart spawns. And also, I believe it changes the, I think it's a 33% increase to Red Hearts becoming Soul Hearts, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody will correct me on the exact stats there. Which, again, feel free. I'm being serious on that, too. I'm going to screw up a lot of stats, so... Oh, Fatshuffler will not be going back down towards that store anytime soon, I can guarantee you. That's going to hurt. Oh, it's 50%? Wow, okay, I thought it was 33. Awesome. That would explain it, because it usually spawns Soul Hearts for me. Okay, that makes sense. It is 50. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's 50% chance to turn a Red Heart into a Soul Heart for you, which, like I said, is what CobaltStreak is banking on right now. He does have that item, so it is going to help him out. As you can see, he's... Oh, boy. The green bloat. Oh, my. I do not envy CobaltStreak right now. I detest this fight so much. Yeah, dat bloat. Oh, see, this is why I hate that fight. These cheap shots where you can't move because of the eyes and the blood on the ground. It's just so cheap. Ooh, nice dodge. Whoa. That couldn't have gotten much closer. That was a great dodge by Cobalt. I'm totally fixated on this fight now. I should be paying attention to Fatshuffler, who is looking for his item room, by the way. He is on Acropolis 2, even though it says, it doesn't say 2, it is actually the second floor. So he is 1 floor ahead right now of CobaltStreak. Mind you, he is down to half a heart. So again, don't count anybody out, because both of these are looking slightly sketchy at the moment. Ooh, I was going to say, with that timing, this might get bad for Cobalt, but nice dodge. Nice move, sir. Oh, that was too close, though. Both are at half a heart right now, folks. Oh, never mind. Down goes Fatshuffler. So this is the other problem, is that the bloat will actually pop his eyes further, wow, that was close too, further away by actually hitting them with these green shots. So the explosions, oh, down goes Cobalt. Wow. Also, speaking of wow, Fatshuffler actually took Wiggle Worm. Double wows. Wow to that. Who would have thought you'd see CobaltStreak die there? Woo. So back to basically yep, there goes Fatshuffler resetting, so he actually, yep. So again, here's a rule for folks. You can reset as many times as you want to, whenever you want to. CobaltStreak did that in the first race, and you just saw Fatshuffler do the same here. So that is allowed at any time that you want to. If you think you're not getting good items on the first floor, you may want to reset. You just saw Fatshuffler do that because he wasn't real happy with Wiggle Worm, I'd assume. But both are back on Cellar 1, which is Basement 1, by the way. Ooh, chocolate milk. Yeah, I was going to say, here comes a reset by CobaltStreak. I was kind of shocked he did that. Alright, so Fatshuffler, with the first library of the evening, picks up and uses both books. There's reasoning for that, folks. If you go through every book in the game and you keep finding libraries, it'll actually have 2 regular pickup items in there for you at some point. So make sure that if you can, you go through every single book that you can, and then keep using libraries. Wow. That's a surprising reset there by Fatshuffler. Apparently he didn't want the speed down right off the bat, even for the health up. But he passed on the lard and reset. Interesting. Interesting choice. Yeah, the being able to reset, the way that we look at it, you can... Let's see, here comes another one by CobaltStreak, because range up is for a first item. And they're both on the first floor, so why not? Nonetheless, though, the resets, basically, if you wanted to, you could just die in any room, and it would reset you. So we figured out why not make it a little bit quicker and just make them both be able to reset whenever they wanted. And here comes one that will not be reset. Fatshuffler finds Cupid's arrow, so he has piercing shots. And found a diamond, or a nickel rather, in fire. So, very nice item room for him. By the way, he has a Curse of Darkness right now as well. That's why you can't see his mini-map, for anyone wondering. Both of the Fetus items are outlawed anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Ooh, very nice find. The ladder in the store for Fatshuffler as well. Yeah, Cellar 1 is the same as Basement 1, correct. You are correct. It's basically the expansion version of it, so it's got a few tougher enemies. You can see the floor looks different, but it's got a few tougher enemies. The setups of the room are a lot tougher than on basement versions. After that, on the caves, you've got, oh shoot, I can't think of the name of it now. Catacombs. Wait, that's steps. Shoot. I don't remember anymore. We'll get there when we get there. There's a few other ones, though, obviously, and here's 2 different versions. So again, with the expansion, you also get different versions of boss fights, so they have variants now. You're seeing basically a variant of the same boss fight side by side. Oof, nice dodge by Fatshuffler. I thought he was getting hit there. It is Catacombs? Okay, I'm not crazy. Necropolis steps. I'm a freaking idiot. So it goes, okay, so the newer versions of the floors in order, or, I'm sorry, the old versions are basement, caves, depths, womb. The variant versions are called cellar, my god, I'm forgetting already, catacombs, necropolis, utero. So you'll know basically right there. They all match up just the same, just makes them a lot tougher. The enemies get a lot worse. And yes, it's a best of 3 right now. Is it Yoman, hopefully? Wow. Fatshuffler gets the lard thrown at him in every run. What is up with this? What is up with... I swear it's like Edmund's watching this, or like Florian for that matter, is watching this and just like, alright, he's got the name Fat. Give him lard every time. It'll be funny. Tee-hee. You know it's happening. You know it's happening. But yeah, we're doing a best of 3. We raced 2 Mom's Heart. Basically, this, like I said, right now, CobaltStreak is leading 1-0, so if he wins this matchup, it's over. Fatshuffler is trying to win to force a third and final. Right after this, we also have Eddie Ruckus versus Magic D250, also doing a best of 3. So be sure to stick around for that as well. Ooh, nice. Sack a penny for CobaltStreak, so he'll get a lot of money. Well, not a lot, but he'll get a pretty decent amount of money when he clears rooms. Never a bad thing to have. And he's going to get to fight the Blighted Ovum here. Interesting pattern on this fight. Ooh, very nice job of the bomb by CobaltStreak. And he's going to get some range up that he passed on the last couple runs. It's like both the racers here passed on both of the items that they just had to pick up on their basement too. So CobaltStreak, technically speaking, well, not even technically speaking, he is definitely in the lead because Fatshuffler has still got to go through his boss here on basement 2. But one floor ahead of him right now is CobaltStreak. Yeah, who's this Eddie Ruckus character? What's up, Dave? What's up, Temp? Somebody knows me? My God. Oh, Eddie feels the love. Ooh, will Fatshuffler take that pill? Oh, wow. Fatshuffler knows what his full health pills look like. Definitely can't. Excuse me, definitely can't argue that. Correct, Otaku. Yeah, right as soon as these guys are done, Magic and Eddie are going to race. How do I feel about the Isaac remake? I love the idea of it. I'm definitely getting it. Very nice find for Fatshuffler with a God Room on floor 2. Winds up at the Scapular. So he'll be more blessed and possibly find more God Rooms. Yeah, Isaac remake? Yes, please. Anything Isaac? Yes, please. So as you notice, Fatshuffler does have the I almost called it the shovel, the ladder, so he can walk over one-space gaps. CobaltStreak looking to take out this, can never think of the right word for him, but the Variant Knight here. We'll do so, and, oh, wow, Wiggle Worm. Yeah, CobaltStreak's gonna, oh, is he gonna? He is gonna take it. Wow. Interesting. I did not expect that. Alright, so CobaltStreak working with Wiggle Worm. Let's see how this works out for him, folks. By the way, Fatshuffler also holding on to another full health pill that he knows full well is a full health pill at this point. Yeah, damn right, Intaku. Damn right, dude. Yep, champion. Thank you. Thank you, Jam. That is exactly the word I was looking for. The champion version of the knight that CobaltStreak was fighting is what I was attempting to say. Ooh, that 7-cent ladder that CobaltStreak can't afford unless he goes looking for his secret room right here. Because he needs 2 more cents. Where is he going to look? Or is he going to gamble? Ah, I see what he's doing. I see how he's accomplishing this. Hearts for money. I'm going to say, watch him explode this and get the money he needed. Lo and behold, never fails. Every time, I swear this game like knows full well with exactly what you're looking for. Thankfully, he had the heals to make up for this, so it didn't matter too much. Yeah, it's like infinite cats. It's like 16 to the 16th or something. Like, it's some insane amount. Alright, oh, well, champion variant version of the Hollow here for CobaltStreak. Who, again, is in the lead. Only because he has found both his item room and his boss fight here on Catacombs 1, which is the same floor that Fatshuffler's on. Ouch. Luck down for Fatshuffler on his pills. Never what you want to see. However, like I said, he's still holding on to a full health pill, so don't worry too much about him quite yet. Here's the problem with this variant of CobaltStreak's enemy here that he's fighting, the Hollow. Every one of the back pieces that you kill off spawns a one of these floating bombs. So if you don't do this quite right, you can actually hose yourself really, really badly. Or you can help yourself like he just did there with a chain reaction. Very nice one. And yeah, it's going to be local co-op. Oh, and sorry, Pseudo, you asked where we're going to. It's a best of 3 race to Mom's Heart. Only stipulation to that, by the way, wow, here's kind of almost the same fight going on to an extent. Kind of. Anyways, we got the Fallen on the right, we got Krampus on the left. Anyways, back to what I was saying. We race to Mom's Heart, only variance being that if you accidentally teleport to an I Am Error room while you're on Womb 2, then you have to go through Shale, and that becomes your end goal. But only for the person that teleports. Magic D250, I'm blaming you, bro. I had to give you crap, nonetheless. But that happened in the very first race of this league. The very first one. And literally in, like, what, the first room of the Womb 2 you teleported? Yeah, Cobalt shouldn't have picked up his Eternal Heart before walking in here. It happens. You never know what you're gonna find. Interesting. Guppy's Paw for Fatshuffler. Look at that health, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that health. That is sexy looking. So what Guppy's Paw does is it removes one of your red hearts and replaces it with 3 blue soul hearts. For those who don't know, the red hearts are replaceable. Think of them like Legend of Zelda hearts. The blue hearts are more like Minecraft armor, if you will. Once they're gone, they're gone. You can still find other blue hearts, but it won't give you an empty container anymore. So it's kind of an interesting kind of risk, but at the same point, you triple your health. So, great choice there by Fatshuffler, I gotta say. Nice, Rallin. Thank you, guys. Yeah, those comparisons. I'd love online co-op. That'd be great. Like, it's cool that it's still local, but I don't know how many of my friends are going to play locally with me. Everybody that I know that plays this plays online, so... Or plays through Twitch, you know what I mean? So it's going to be kind of tough for me. Like, I don't have anybody that'll play that, I'm sure. Yeah, Jay, let me get right on learning how to code. I have no idea how to do anything with websites. Eddie, you damn well better. I mean, what? Better come to me, man. Feeling the love. Feeling it. By the way, screw the Seahawks. Love you. Like my timing on that, I knew that was going to be the end of the song, so I had to time that perfectly there, but... Love you. So anyways, CobaltStreak's going to replace his D6 finally with Mom's Bra. Oh, if you can, I'm not going to argue anything. Yeah, exactly. I'm terrible with doing anything, so I have no idea what I'm doing with websites in the slightest bit. Ooh, very nice. Boom. So, larger explosions on CobaltStreak's bombs. Yeah, but now you're gonna have to wait. But Eddie, why? Why? Alright, so Fatshuffler builds his second piece of Meat Boy. So a great orbital. Ooh. Wow, okay. I thought he could still actually spend soul hearts for those. Apparently I'm wrong. Nonetheless, passed up on both of his Devil Deal items for Fatshuffler, so he'll be moving on to Necropolis 1, and still definitely in the lead. So this is Depths 1, like I was saying. This is the variant version of it. Oh, was it 10 bombs? I didn't even notice. If it was Mr. Mega, it'd be blast up. So yeah, it was 10 bombs. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I looked at the wrong item. I'm stupid. So yes, Cobalt got 10 bombs, not increased blast radius. My bad. Yeah, that's what I thought too, KP. Okay, I'm not crazy. So you can buy Devil Deal items if you only have blue hearts, like if you're the blue baby, and it gives you items in there for same thing with Guppy's Paw, but in reverse. For basically 3 soul hearts per red heart that it sells it to you for, you can still buy items. Yeah, big dummy. If you encounter Ipecac, but you have an item like Brimstone where damage is increased, but the bomb effect is not kept, can you pick it up? There is, let me find the website. I'll link you a really great website that will help you out a ton with that question. Let me find it really fast here. Item interactions, there we go. Item synergy. So here's the item synergy Binding of Isaac page. Basically, it'll give you a bunch of matchups, tell you if you have something and then you pick this up, like it'll do this, that type of stuff. That's going to answer all your questions. A lot better than I can, because there's so many weird combinations that one will help you a ton. So anybody that's wondering, you know, like, hey, if I've got Brimstone and I pick up Mom's Knife, what happens? Use that item synergy page. It is phenomenally useful. This is true. The blue baby, if you... Okay, here we go. Sorry. Again, this is one of those wacky things. If you are the blue baby, specifically the blue baby, technically both of these are Isaac still. But if you are legitimately playing as the blue baby, then his are normal price devil deals. If that makes sense. I'm trying to think of a better way to explain that, but yes, that is 100% true what was said in chat there. Who's further ahead right now? Eesh, tough call. I'm gonna just barely say Fatshuffler. It's really neck and neck, honestly. They're both on the same floor. It's a matter of who finds their item room and or boss fight first. Fatshuffler being behind in a best of 3, if he finds his boss room, will probably do that and bypass his item room. CobaltStreak, again, just depends on which he finds. Great use of Mom's Bra right here by CobaltStreak. This room will do damage to you if you don't do something really fast. Yes, they're on the same floor right now. Correct. So it doesn't seem like it, even though one says Depths 1, one says Necropolis. All this is the variant version of the Depths that Fatshuffler's in. Ooh, very nice find a battery for CobaltStreak, so his items will recharge faster. Exactly. There is still a slight delay as well, like Unprepared Jay just said. Fatshuffler being in another country for me is slightly behind, or I'm slightly behind on watching his stream, so he's even a couple seconds further ahead than what you see. Ooh, very nice skeleton key for CobaltStreak, so he's got infinite keys now. And he'll move on to his boss fight, so now CobaltStreak, I'm going to go ahead and put in the lead, because even if Fatshuffler is a few seconds ahead, he's not fighting his boss yet, nor does he have his item. Speaking of items, here's Fatshuffler's item room. And I can tell you in advance right now that CobaltStreak's going to wind up with Little Gish following him. So another phenomenal pickup for CobaltStreak here on Depths 1. Speaking of phenomenal pickups, both are actually working with Mom's Contact right now. This is an amazingly similar run going on. Damn. 12, some weird-ass number, gazillion cats. Woo! Yes, you are allowed to get any part or any combination or full guppy in this run. Let me give you the list of outlawed items. If I click back in here, I could actually type. That would help. Really ought to just copy and paste all these things at this point. So here's your outlawed items. The Bible, Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, the Shovel, and Ipecac are all outlawed in this league, in these races. If you still have your D6, you are allowed to reroll just those items. So technically speaking, the D6 is outlawed, except for on those 5 items. Oh, he got her contact, didn't he? Dang, I'm sorry, I saw that wrong. Or no, he didn't. He got her eye because he's shooting out his back. Yeah, he's shooting out his back. Same thing that CobaltStreak's doing. So yeah, they both have her eye. That wasn't her contact. Her contact would make one of his eyes gigantic and bloody, and he'd be shooting out neon red tears. Oh, for races, Ipecac has to be outlawed, because all you'd have to do with Ipecac is bomb through doors endlessly. You would never have to fight anything but bosses. So which seems more lame, skipping every single room, or actually having skill? Ipecac's basically what was getting fired in CobaltStreak's room there by the enemies. Those big green, gigantic, exploding poison balls, basically the same thing. So if you have Ipecac, you could just literally just go, oh, look, a door. Pfft. Oh, look, that wasn't my item room. Pfft. Oh, look, that wasn't my item, and just bomb through all the doors. Why didn't Fatshuffler upgrade his cube of meat? Because that would turn it into Soccer Boy, as I like to call it. It would make a third piece of Meat Boy and make him run around the room, which gets to be kind of a pain in the butt if you're laying down bombs. Because he will actually kick them and become a serious pain in the butt. It actually, at 2 pieces of Meat Boy, you're almost better off. You're really almost better off. And he is not going to wind up, well, almost definitely not going to wind up building a 4-piece Meat Boy, so it's pretty pointless. If you think you're only going to get stuck with a third, keep just 2 pieces. The Orbital, for me, is better. He still blocks shots, and he does damage. And you know where he's going to shoot, as opposed to him derping out. So it's kind of a 50-50 thing. It's really preference, honestly. That's really what it comes down to. For me, I'll usually still upgrade. For most people, though, keeping that... Ooh, wow, Super Sloth for Fatshuffler. Ouch. Nonetheless, so what Super Sloth shoots is basically Ipecac. If he were to aim it at the door and this weren't a mini-boss room, it would open. So, again, you could just, like, skip every single room if you had Ipecac. Yep, exactly what Haku said. To get the D6, ooh, very nice find. Poison bombs for Fatshuffler. So again, another reason why he didn't want to upgrade his Cuban meat. Nonetheless, so he's got poison effects on his bombs, and so do all enemies now. What was just asked here? The D6, you have to beat Mom's Heart with the blue baby to be able to unlock that on Isaac. Yeah, see, that's where it comes into play, dog. And what's up, by the way? But yeah, that's where it comes into play. Some people with preference, like, will just, they know where to lay bombs. Like, I usually do, but I'll screw it up. So I'm just as guilty as anyone else. In a race, though, you know where you're going to do damage with the two-piece orbital Meat Boy. So I'd personally... I don't know, in a race, I think I'd probably take the two-piece Meat Boy over three-piece. If I knew I still had a chance to build the fourth piece of Meat Boy, though, I'd take it. Yeah, Cobalt got the 9-volt. Yes, he did. So that's why he's got the Frankenstein-looking things coming out of his ears. So yeah, Cobalt's got an interesting space use build. So if he finds, well, at this point, I wouldn't argue with the Mom's Bra either, honestly. It's still a pretty good usability for this. Exactly, dog. Like, in a race, it's questionable. I'd like to know where I'm doing my damage and not have it derp out. So I'd probably question it. But if I had the chance and I knew that there was a good chance that I could build a fourth piece of Meat Boy, I'd take it. It only increases your damage, but you do not get the explosive part. Okay. Would the race rules allow you to pick up Ipecac? No. Sadly, it's still an outlawed item, so like I said, there's so many of those oddballs, Jay, that we're going to keep it outlawed. I didn't even think about that combo, though. That's a good point you're making. Ooh, all stats up mushroom for Fatshuffler. Very, very nice. So every one of his stats goes up by 1, including his size, might I add. But you see, now he has a red heart again. So he also got a full red heart up. Yep, that pickaxe will destroy 1 rock in a room. Just 1. So if you know that there's an item rock and you have no bombs, it's okay to use. Other than that, it's pretty pointless. Yeah, how do you get better? Play a lot. you just play a lot. You'll learn everything from patterns of enemies to, you know, like items that you definitely want every time. Yeah, you don't have enough money, Fatshuffler. You can't shuffle and make it. Well, you could shuffle to make money, but that's a whole different story. So he's looking. There we go. Just enough money where now he can go into the store and buy it again. So the compass for Fatshuffler, so he'll know where to find every important room. And, speaking of important rooms, the Red Mom fight for CobaltStreak on the left here. So again, CobaltStreak is in the lead, although not by very much right now, because they are both on the same floor. So basically, once Fatshuffler clears this room and the next, he'll be in the same fight. That's a good question, Austin. I know personally, I use a keyboard for this. I only use a mouse if I'm using Epic Fetus. I know a lot of people, especially a lot of people in this league, that use a controller, though. I can't do it somehow. I don't know why. I guess I got used to the arrows, but I can't do it. All right, very nice job by CobaltStreak. So he will be moving on to the womb just slightly ahead of Fatshuffler, who gets the normal version of Mom, so he will probably rip through this relatively quickly. Though this is slightly, and I do mean slightly, tougher than the version that CobaltStreak just fought. Yeah, Cobalt uses his keyboard. I believe Fatshuffler uses a controller at this point? I can't remember, honestly. I know Wolf will do both, but I've seen him using his controller mostly. Full Metal Gambit in the league uses a controller. I'm pretty sure Eddie Ruckus uses a keyboard, and I think Magic might use his controller? They're both in here, so they can answer that, but I'm pretty sure Eddie uses his keyboard. But yeah, for me, I don't know why, I cannot use a controller with this. It doesn't make sense to my hands. Okay, so here we go. That's what I'm talking about, what CobaltStreak just did there. This is the only time that I've seen people actually using this in this league, is if you wind up in a dead-end room, they've been utilizing bombs. Now keep in mind, Cobalt just dropped himself down to 2 bombs left. So he is using pretty important things at the moment to be able to get himself out of those dead ends. But if you have something like Ipecac, you can just blow right out of those rooms instantly. And for that matter, this room, if he didn't want to fight this, he could just blow open the other door, walk right on through. And then the next room, do the exact same thing. And then the room after that, do the exact same thing. So... Oh, you went back to keyboard. Nice. I was going to say, I know the other day I saw you playing on your keyboard, and I wasn't sure about today. I didn't get a chance to look. I was kind of distracted and didn't get a chance to look. For those who don't know, Wolf won his matchup earlier, by the way. Hey, Viz, how you doing, man? Oh, loving it so far. My only issue is that with OBS, it snaps the numbers down to like certain positions, so it's kind of messing with me. Like if it gets near the edge, it snaps the like the actual box for the number. So it's being kind of a pain in my butt for that. But other than that, it's going great because people can actually see the scores now. I've had so few people ask what the score is, so I'm loving it. But yeah, it's OBS's fault, totally not yours, dude. But I'm loving it. For those who don't know, Visual Sites made the background graphic for this. So all props to Visual Sites, by the way. Who I believe if you follow might have to do a cast at some point or already be there, so you know, I'm just saying you might want to. Just saying. So anyways, both, even though it says Utero 1 for CobaltStreak and Womb 1 for Fatshuffler, both are on the same floor here, folks. Fatshuffler has a minute advantage in the fact that he has the compass and is going to be able to know where to look for his boss fights. He doesn't have the full map, but he knows the general area to look for it. So I give him a slight advantage at the moment on that aspect, but I would imagine the CobaltStreak is going to be relatively close to his boss fight, or he doesn't trust that side. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, Fatshuffler onto his first boss fight in the womb. Ooh. Interesting. Good old Tracknid. So let's see. That might be the last song on this list. Yes, it is. Restart that. Oh, more dubstep. Oh, shoot. So anybody in Cobalt stream that's expecting him to do a Loki dance, he's probably going to have to owe you one here. Because this is getting pretty close, guys. So he's probably going to have to owe you that dance. Yes, let me try that again. Yes, they do, Blaze. They go to Womb 2, so whoever beats Mom's Heart first is the winner, and it's a best of 3. So right now, Fatshuffler has to win to force a game 3. Otherwise, CobaltStreak takes it 2-0. This one is going to be really close. And by the way, Fatshuffler's is on a slight delay for me, so keep that in mind. And we're talking maybe 5 to 10 seconds. So keep that in mind. If it's really, really close at the end, we're going to have to go by what they say on Skype. These two are on a Skype call. So if it gets right down to the wire, it's going to be based off of who says it first in their Skype call. And they're going to have to tell me. And not even a belly rub? Yeah, they're in the middle of a race, so... And it's really close. Mind you, right now, Fatshuffler is staring at his boss fight. So here is what would end the race. Well, not end the entire race. It would even it up in one game apiece if Fatshuffler can take out this boss fight before CobaltStreak can find and take out his version of this. So this is going to come down to the wire, folks. We're going to see how lucky CobaltStreak can get with his map deducing abilities. But right now, this is the what would be the game winner at the moment for Fatshuffler. So this would even it up in one apiece and force game 3. Oh, I'm sure the Loki fans will be appeased momentarily. Right after this round, I'm sure, at least after the race, I'm sure he'll be happy to help you. Yeah, that compass is slightly overpowered, too. We voted on that, too. So again, we voted on all the things that could be just like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? You know what I mean? So we actually went through all those. Alright, so CobaltStreak freezing, thankfully. His hockey puck Gertie and taking it out very easily. Wow, that was a delayed reaction on the door opening. Ouch, and finding a dead end. That may be the end of it for Cobalt on this one. We may be tied up at 1 here. Especially with the poison damage. Ooh! Then again, Mom is planting some bombs on Fatshuffler right now. So don't count anybody out yet. This ain't over. Mom is seriously just picking at him right now. No pun intended with the notched axe in Fatshuffler's hands. Ooh, just missed with that bomb, but I don't think it matters. Very nicely done, Fatshuffler. Very nicely done, sir. Whew, that got a little bit worrisome there at the end, I gotta tell you. I got more than a little bit worrisome at the end. Very nicely done, though. But wow, we are tied up at 1. Fatshuffler forces game 3. So let me, once again, reorganize this, hopefully into somewhere near the right spot. Yeah, it's not quite even, but whatever, close enough. We'll figure out a way to worry about that next time. So awesome job, Fatshuffler. Awesome job, Mara. So as you can see, they are going to reset real quick. So on that note, before we start round 3, which will be the determiner here, I'm going to run a really quick ad. I'm sure Cobalt's going to do the same. So real quick, oh, here we go. Dem glasses. So real quick, let me give you the game fetch link so that you guys can hop in both of these two guys' channels, tell them great race that time, and we will be right back in about 30 seconds with round 3. Love that thumbs up. I freaking love it. Anyways, so I'll be right back with round 3 here, and we will see who wins this one. So be right back, guys. There you see the other ad. Be right back. Alright, that shuffling continues on Fatshuffler's channel. And if you're in Cobalt's channel, you can see the Loki dance. Loki dance. And a belly rub happening. Aw, yeah. That belly rub. Freaking love those, man. I freaking love those. Whoever drew those, absolute genius. I gotta say, absolute genius and a great person. I'm not even kidding. That's not me being a smartass. That thing is freaking genius. And that shuffling continues. So as you see here, CobaltStreak reset until he got what he wanted there, but he is on a basement 1, staring his item room in the face. So he's going to have a nice start to this race. That smile. Oh yeah, that Fatshuffler smile. His girlfriend drew him very nice. I gotta say, applause. It's well deserved. She did a phenomenal job with those two, because every time I see him, it just brings a smile to my face. They're so fucking cute. Alright, so as you can see, both racers appear to be ready. Both have a basement 1 staring them in the face. And they are going to get going on their own free will here, because I'm good to go anytime. Which, just in case they're both reading, I'm going to say that. Because I know that they may not be hearing me, so... just to make sure. So yeah, if you hold down R, it'll reset for you, just like you're seeing. So that's a wonderful thing, isn't it? The rule list, basically, all you need to know is the banned items. Which, if I spell the thing correctly... there you go. Alright, so we're moving again. These two are on a Skype call, by the way, so they're actually starting at the same time. So as weird as that is, even though it looks like Cobalt is, you know, like, cheating, if you will, he's not, believe me. So they are on a Skype call. It's just that Fatshuffler is in the Netherlands, and I'm on a huge stream delay from him just because of the server I have to connect to. So bear with me on that one, folks. He is a good couple seconds ahead of what you actually see, and that was not offset. So anyways, they are both on the same floor here, just starting off on this, the decider of this best-of-3 race. Excuse me. No, this is actually for a league, so let me give you the league info as well. So this is a 11-week-long plus playoff league between 12 racers. If I talk about ever actually... he hates when I do league. I don't know what's up with that. It's either that or my chat just dies every time. Anyways, there's a Google Docs link with all the standings. You'll see who the racers are, and you can see the schedule there. There we go. So now it showed up on my chat. Anyways, you can see all the racers and everything there. Basically, the only rules that we have, we all start with the D6 on Isaac. Well, I'm not in it. Anyways, they all start with the D6 on Isaac, and you can only use the D6 on that outlawed items list. So the Bible, Epic Fetus, Dr. Fetus, Ipecac, and the Shovel are those outlawed items. That's the only thing that you can reroll, period. If you reroll anything else and pick it up, you got to reset. If you reroll it by accident, you just got to leave it. We're kind of here to have fun more so than be, you know, like dead nuts non-competitive. We are really competitive, don't misunderstand me. There is already smack talk for a Week 11 matchup. Cough, cough, Chatia, cough, cough, Eddie. Just saying. So nonetheless, we are competitive, but we're all here to have fun. So that's the most important thing. This is all about fun. So far, we're all having a blast with this, and that's why we have some items that seem like they should be outlawed, but aren't. The racers all got to vote on everything, and that's what they decided on. So like I said, we're all here to have fun. Everything was a unanimous vote. Oh, snap. Did we get to 13? Oh, my God. I owe so many freaking marathons. It's ridiculous. Anyways, what's up, Eagle? What's up, Ralphie? And what's up, everybody, for that matter? I didn't even notice. Good Lord, we're at 900 some odd people. What is up, guys? Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting this. I hope you guys are having as much fun with this as I am, because I'm having a blast so far. And thank you guys very much for the 13K. Thank you, Ralphie. Eagle. So let's see here. Because I've been rambling instead of, well, not rambling, I've been explaining things instead of calling the actual race here, which is vitally important. CobaltStreak has a ridiculous health build going on right now, and I mean ridiculous. This man is a tank. Also, just picked up the curved horn, which is going to be really nice damage up. That's +2 damage. So CobaltStreak is looking pretty keen at the moment. He is looking for a key to get into his item room, however. Fatshuffler already being in his item room, we'll move on to his boss fight here. Ooh, just barely missed leading pin with that bomb. Ouch. That was painful. Hey, what's up, Chronic? I don't think I said what's up to you yet, man. That's terrible of me, but what's up, dude? 13-day marathon. Woohoo! Yeah, 13 days of Isaac or something. I don't know. Keep in mind, I've got the, this league's going to be going on until the middle of March, basically. The playoffs will take place until, like, the middle of March. If you go to that Google Docs link that, again, well, ooh, Guardian Angel for Fatshuffler, very nice. If you go to the link that I talk about ought to be popping in chat, there you go, the Google Docs link. That'll actually show you, like, basically what'll be the entire schedule. That'll get updated day by day just as the racers decide on what time they can meet up to race. So as you notice right now, like the one says, wow, unlock Little Steven. Interesting. So apparently that was one of the secrets Cobalt didn't have unlocked on his save file. You should have taken the league save. It didn't really matter, he would have had it anyways, so wouldn't have mattered that bad. You're evil, EJ. You're evil. 13 straight days of Superman 64. That's all I had to read was Superman 64. I don't even care what the second game was. Oh, Sonic 06. Yeah, you're evil. You are pure evil. I love you, but you're evil. What's up, Fuzzy? How you doing? Why did Cobalt start with full charge D6 and Shuffler didn't? Basically, Fatshuffler just used the charge in a room that had nothing in it that he could actually reroll. He may have accidentally fat-fingered the space button. Quite honestly, I would assume that he did. Ooh. Speaking of that overpowered compass, Cobalt's going to take that and fight a couple extra mini-bosses. So again, here, you just saw Cobalt waste his D6 charge there. He just doesn't want to accidentally use it and not be able to pick up an item. Because let's say whatever it was, he didn't want to reroll in the first place. Even if he rerolled it, he couldn't pick up whatever it rerolled into without having to reset. So basically, he's kind of just wasting charges to make sure that he doesn't accidentally screw himself over. Yeah, fat-fingered. But Tish, his fingers shuffled onto the spacebar. You know what I mean. Oh, you wouldn't even want to see that, EJ. Trust me, nobody would want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. So anyways, both of these guys are on Caves 1 at the moment. As you can see, CobaltStreak knows exactly where his item room and his boss room are here. Now the question will become... Well, actually, I take that back. Fatshuffler, I didn't even see his item room's already been in, so he's good to go, too. So technically speaking, Fatshuffler has a slight lead at the moment. Ooh, Ghost Baby for CobaltStreak. A follower with spectral tears. Very low damage. Not the greatest, but hey, it's something. So it's better than absolute nothingness coming out of there. Oh yeah, go right ahead, Energy. Energy. Burp, 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 burp. I just got that. I'm an idiot. Anyways, yeah, go right ahead. Every now and then, usernames kind of mess with me, as you just saw. Like, that was the easiest one ever, and I just totally screwed it up. Ouch! Fatshuffler getting cornered by Gertie there and takes a death. So CobaltStreak taking the lead here by 2 floors. It's you shuffling? Nice. Very nice. Ooh, very nice. Health up for CobaltStreak, so even more health for Mr. Tank over here. Will he take either of these pills? He's going to take one with him. We'll see how lucky that winds up being, if he ever winds to cross another one. Or happens to cross another one, I should say. So CobaltStreak with a very tanky build going on. Definitely can't argue that. Plus, he's got the compass, so he knows exactly where to head. However, he has no keys, so this item room at the moment is off limits to him. Hey, wonderful. This video's amazing. Nice. And in Cobalt's secret room, he finds a way to gamble for a second or two. So he'll gamble twice and immediately blow that up and walk right past the pills. For those who don't know, CobaltStreak doesn't like taking pills unless there's 2 of the same ones on a floor. So don't expect too many of those to ever be eaten. Perfect timing on that question, KP. So like I was saying, basically, unless he sees 2 of the same ones, he will never actually risk it, especially in a race. Well, for that matter, he got that from doing his undefeated runs. For those who don't know, by the way, I believe he's still the current Twitch record holder on that. So like right now, he has 2 of these dark blue pills here. Or the dark blue and lighter blue pill. If he goes back into his super secret, that is. Or into his secret room. So technically he could be taking one of those, but we'll see. Ooh, very nice Celtic Cross for him as well. Ooh, also a very nice find. Fatshuffler's, will he take it? He's thinking. Alright, he will take it. So Spoonbender, so Fatshuffler's got homing shots. He thought about that for a second. Yeah, it was 115-0 before he died. 115 wins before CobaltStreak died. That's insane, folks. I thought Lethal Frag Streak was going to pretty much hold for a while, but yeah. I was proven wrong. By the way, one of our other racers, Wolf, just went 69-0 before he died. Which let the conspiracy begin. Did he mean to die at 69 wins? You tell me. News at 11. No, I'm kidding. Waiting for Wolf to pop out a lurk and be like, you bastard. Ooh, very nice placement of the bomb there. So as you see, Fatshuffler did a really, really great method here and waited till he tired out the main part of his Gemini boss here, and then placed a bomb at perfect timing so that it actually hit both pieces of him. That was a great move. Yep, he did all the challenges and beat every single one of he got every item unlocked basically, if that makes sense. So he beat, the chest with every character, beat the cathedral with every character, beat the devil with every character, did everything that you could. That's basically the stipulation, is you have to clear the entire game and be undefeated for that to count. So yeah, he did everything. It's insane. Ooh, garlic bread. Ooh. Yeah, this is best 2 out of 3. That is correct. So basically, we race all the way to Mom's Heart, which is the Womb 2. Sometimes Utero 2, depending on how that works. Or Womb XL, Utero XL, either or. Either way, we race through Mom's Heart. First one to beat that, and these 2 are on a Skype call, so in case it gets close, we'll be able to know. But whoever beats it first is the winner. This being the 3rd match, obviously whoever wins this wins the week. Let me get you the stats real fast here. I know, now I want garlic bread, you bastard. See how this works? You mentioned good food, now I want it. Yeah, Fatshuffler died, so he's been resetting a few times also until he got the items that he wanted on the first floor. But yeah, he died, what was it, on... I forgot what floor? I can't even remember now. But yes, he's died. But yeah, if you look on the Google Docs link, you'll see all the racers. You'll see basically all the standings that are up to date as of the last race today. There's still one more race coming up afterwards. It's got the schedule on there too, but that is slow to update. It's just a matter of when the racers let me know that they've scheduled. So there's no set, like Friday at 7. None of that stuff. So it's all based off of when the racers can actually race, because we're all humans. We all have schedules. We all have real lives. So basically, I'm the one with no life that is scheduling around everything and doing all the, the dual casting. I literally have no life, and I love doing this, so it works out beautifully, but I base it all around when the casters are available. Gumbo? Yes, please. I'm in. I'm in, Cajun. Send it my way. Hey, SKT, how you doing? Mars no human, he's a shuffler. So again, don't count anybody out. Mind you, CobaltStreak he has a tank build right now. Like, he is a tank and a half. Plus he's got the compass, so he knows how to basically skip rooms that he needs to. But nonetheless, don't count Fatshuffler out at all. We've seen some crazy comebacks. All it would really take is something like Brimstone and the Blue Candle. Ooh. Or CobaltStreak finding something like the D20 and then having a lot of things that he can do with it. Nice find. So he'll take those heals, no question. Grab a couple extra bombs out of the extra chest that he spawned. So there's the D20 working for CobaltStreak right off the bat. Hey Jim, how you doing? And thank you again for the outlawed items. It is the items you are not allowed to pick up, which I'll explain more in a second, but you cannot pick up the Bible, Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, the Shovel, or Ipecac. What you can do is, if you still have your D6, which everybody starts with it, because we all use eyes with D6, if you still have your D6 and you have a charge available, you are allowed to re-roll those and pick it up if it turns into anything that is not listed on there. Those are the only things that you can re-roll with your D6, though. Those are the only items. So it's a little screwy like that, but we figured we'd add in a slight little usage of the D6 with a few stipulations on it. The D20, what that does is it re-rolls things like keys, coins, bombs, hearts, and chests into any of those, basically. Whereas the D6 will re-roll actual, like, pickup items. So, like, in your item rooms, like the locked gold rooms, the D6 would re-roll those. If you had, like Cobalt just had, if you had, like, 7 coins laying on the ground, the D20 would re-roll those. Hopefully that was somewhat coherent. Hopefully I'm explaining these things decently. If you guys don't understand, again, feel free to ask anything. Hopefully I catch all the items, but half the time I'm going to miss some things. Like, I just missed whatever Cobalt just bought, which is terrible. Never mind, I can see it. He bought the mark. So CobaltStreak's got more damage up, because you can see the marking on his head, the 666. Basically, he's got more damage up and is now even more deadly than he used to be at the cost of 2 hearts. That'd be correct. So basically, actually, CobaltStreak and Wolf are in different leagues. Not different leagues. That sounds so terrible. Divisions is the word I meant. So we've got 12 racers. They're each split up into 2 divisions of 6. So basically, that like at the end of the regular season, we're gonna have playoffs, and we're gonna do it kind of like National Football League ranking style going in. So this made it a lot easier on me to be able to actually have, like, okay, here's your division winner that gets a first round bye. Here's the guy that's ranked 2nd, here's the guy that's ranked 3rd type of thing. So it just made it a lot easier on me. So I split them up into 2 divisions, basically. But they're in the same league. It's just, come playoff time, the divisions are going to matter for who plays against who. But in the regular season, everybody plays everybody once. Yeah, Cobalt really did need that damage, quite honestly, so it was a great pickup. Nope, Dad's key's perfectly fine. So here we're going to see Cobalt use his D20 on all these coins. Ooh, very nice, Bloody Penny. So when he picks up coins now, he'd have a chance to spawn hearts. But he's going to take his Curved Horn for the extra damage. Again, CobaltStreak will not take pills unless he sees 2 of the same on a floor. Don't know why the hell that didn't type in. Apparently I completely didn't have this selected. 1 second. There we go. So AtakaBot's link, the Google Docs link, will have the entire standings so that you can see who all's where in the standings at the moment. In the lead right now, we got CobaltStreak. He's quite a few floors ahead of Fatshuffler. Fatshuffler ate a death on this run. So basically, he is pretty far behind right now. CobaltStreak's got a really nice build going. So he's definitely in the lead. He's got a, wow, I'd say 2.5 floor lead at this point, depending on if and Fatshuffler is looking for his items. So he's got quite a huge lead. Strategy behind him only taking pills when there's 2 of the same on the floor. There's so many things that could be like tears down, health down, bad trip, which is health down. All sorts of things that can actually hurt you. So the only time that he's willing to take them and even take a risk on those pills of being good is if there's 2. So that way, let's say he gets a tears up. Now he knows that he's got 2. but, you know, like if he takes steers down, now he isn't going to take that one again, for example. So he basically just plays it safe and doesn't take any hits to his stats. Unless absolutely, you know, like, whoa. I was going to say, there's Fatshuffler taking good use of his teleport to the Emperor. The Emperor, by the way, will teleport you to the boss room. Nonetheless, yeah, that mini-boss fight that Fatshuffler was staring in the face, I don't blame him for skipping out on. No thank you. That is my least favorite mini-boss by far. Yep, Forgive Me Now is, it resets the floor, basically, so all it would do is add time to your run. So I don't see that being too helpful. So anyways, CobaltStreak flying through here because he has the compass, knows exactly where to go, and has found his boss fight on the Womb 1 already. Oof. Terrible version of this fight, too. Also, speaking of terrible versions, Fatshuffler again to Gertie. Wow. That Gertie fight, not doing you good. Not doing you good, man. Yeah, 4th time in a row. God, dude. That's not doing you so well, I gotta say. Oh, well, if you think you're better, why don't you go ahead and cast in front of 1,000 people? Go for that, Toxic. Because obviously you're better. Waggle your dick in your own channel, kids. So anyways, Cuban Meat. Wow. It's the follower brigade for CobaltStreak, ladies and gentlemen. Technically that's an orbital, but nonetheless, if he built up 2 more, he'd have another follower. I always call the Cuban Meat a follower for some reason. Anyway, so he moves on to Womb 2, which is the last floor that you would need here. So he's looking to finish off this best of 3 by winning a 2nd tonight. We do race through Mom's Heart. So as you can see on his map, he is working his way towards his boss fight, seeing as that's all he needs. You can re-roll it, Mara. You can re-roll it, man. Ah! I know, it sucks. I know. I know. It hurts to re-roll items like that. But sometimes you have to. I know. So that's an outlawed item, ladies and gentlemen. So Fatshuffler has found one of the outlawed items in the league. So being that he does have his D6, he is allowed to re-roll it. And if it is something that is not banned, he can pick it up. It just never fails, though. So there you go. He got Infestation to replace it. So that is illegal use, ladies and gents. There's a world card for CobaltStreak, like he actually needed to see the entire map. But now we know how many rooms he has left. Oh, here we go. He's just going to flat out end this one, it looks like. He has enough bombs to just bomb straight through. Cannot say I blame him. I do not like rooms like this. So yeah, now he can't do it. So here's the thing. You can't bomb into a boss fight, and you also can't bomb out of a mini boss room like this. So CobaltStreak would be stuck in this room one way or the other, but I don't think he cares too much. Do not think... Wow! Fatshuffler with the mulligan now. Suddenly it turned into a flies run for Shuffler. Yeah, that double Wrath room can get to be a real pain in the butt, but he did a great job separating him there. Yeah, I gotta say, I've seen CobaltStreak run this a few thousand times. I gotta say, this one might be cooked. This goose might be cooked, ladies and gents. So on to the Mom's Heart fight. This is what we're looking for. This finishes your runs, ladies and gents. For now, in this league, let me rephrase, this finishes the runs. Come playoff time, we go further. He reset before he got the mulligan, so that's 2 different runs for Fatshuffler. So don't get your hopes up too bad. That wasn't like straight up flies all the time. Well, looks like even Fatshuffler is pretty much committed to this one, I think. I think he pretty much is in agreement. This one's over. I've seen CobaltStreak fight a few hundred times on Mom's Heart. I've not seen him die. I'm pretty... Yeah, there you go. There's that early round of applause in anticipation. I do have to say, a very, very sportsmanlike... Yeah, there you go. You can do it! No, very sportsmanlike reaction there by Fatshuffler. He knows full well at this point. I think CobaltStreak's got this one in the bag, so very nice sportsmanship there. Seriously, good game on this one. It's over. It's over, Rock. It's over. So CobaltStreak, assuming that he doesn't take about, oh, I don't know, 10 more hits of damage here, which is going to be physically impossible with his shield up right now. Pretty much going to walk into this one with a tanking victory. And 3, 2, 1. It's over. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. CobaltStreak takes it 2-1 this week. Fatshuffler had a very good chance there for quite a while, but coming back. And by the way, Gertie, so not Fatshuffler's friend. Yeah, let's put Q in there. That's the button I meant to hit. There we go. Like you see, 2-1 for CobaltStreak on the left. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for CobaltStreak if you do me a huge favor here.